Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a look at all of the defenders that are currently in the game and that are currently for sale. Now, you can buy all the defenders together for a sort of a cut down price, which is still a good price, or you could buy the defenders at a singly for a sort of a bit higher price. Now, are they worth it? If you don't have any of the defenders then and you've got the money, I suppose it's not a bad deal to buy them all, but in my opinion, I really don't think that they are all worth it. For me, there's only one defender. For me, there is only one decent defender, but we are going to have a look at all four of them. So the first one, which was the first defender in the game, it is the IS-3 Defender. Now, this tank was one of the most wanted tanks in Blitz when it first came out. It came out in an event where you could actually get the tank for free, but there was only around 1,500 or something like that. I can't exactly remember how many, but you could actually get the tank for free. Not a cut down price. It was literally a zero. So I managed to get the Defender for free, and it was my most played tank. Other than the Lux, the Tier 4 German light tank, this was then my second most played tank, and I think it still is. It's either my second or third most played tank in the game. It was extremely fun when it first came out. You know, it was the first tank we'd seen. It's an IS-3 that was an auto loader, and there was no tank like it back then. The premium tanks, there wasn't many of these heavy 120 millimeters or 122 millimeter guns out there. So the Defender was something special when it first came out, especially as it came out when there was +2 -2 matchmaking as well, so you could see those tier 8s. The armor profile was very troll as well, so it appeared grey, but it was actually impenetrable. So the IS-3 Defender, when it came out, it was one of the most wanted tanks in Blitz. People wanted to buy it, but it soon got a bit boring. You know, after having sort of 1,500 battles in the tank, it did get kind of boring. So the next Defender they released was the T28 Defender, and I was quite excited when this came out because it was a different Defender. It'd been a while since there was a Defender in the game, so when they announced this, I thought, you know what, a T28 prototype basically, but it's a Defender. Now, all of these Defenders do look really good. I love the way they all look. I really do, and I do think some of them are the best looking tanks in the game. They look absolutely fantastic, but do they play fantastic? Not really. So when this tank first came out, again, I was actually really excited for it. It's a TD tank destroyer, and unlike the Defender, it's it's a tank destroyer, unlike the Defender, sorry. So I was actually really excited for this when it came out, and when it did first come out, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. In fact, I enjoyed it more than the IS-3 Defender, but that might be because it was something different. You know, it wasn't the IS-3. I've played so many battles in the IS-3 Defender, so getting this tank was just a little bit different to that Defender, the IS-3. But again, I think I said in my first video, like, I really like this tank. I really do enjoy the tank. Sort of, you're looking at a 7.5 seconds intro clip on your gun, around about 7.5 anyway, and just sort of about 20 seconds reload on your main reload, 6.7 seconds on your intro clip, which isn't bad. The armor profile is not bad as well. So I probably rate the IS-3 Defender over the T28 because of mainly the speed. The speed is not bad, but on the T28 Defender, it is actually quite slow. And then the third Defender in the game was this one, the Mark 1. Now, this is actually a fantastic tank. Really good tank. Basically, it's got the 4 shells instead of the usual 3 that we've seen. So when they announced this tank, I was really excited to see how it would be. It looks fantastic, and with the 4 shell autoloader instead of the 3, it really is a nice tank. It has the turret, it has the speed, and it has the DPM. Not the best DPM, but the 4 shells really do go a long way, especially if you do come up against a tank with sort of around 700 HP. You can clear them. So 2 seconds on your intro clip as well. Of course it does the less alpha, but out of every defender in the game so far, which now there is 4, I would definitely recommend the Mark 1 over anything else. It is actually a really good tank. The other defenders are okay-ish, not bad, but they're not the best, where this tank is actually really good, and I really do enjoy playing this this defender. The other defenders are, I mean, I've got them all now. I wouldn't sit there and think, you know what, I'm going to play this. I'm going to go and sit and play the IS-3 Defender. There are so many premium heavy tanks now. I would choose over the IS-3. You have the Object 252U, the WZ Cholesterol. There are a few other tanks that I would definitely recommend over that. And of course, the T28 Defender is not really that fun of a tank. It's a TD, but not really a tank destroyer. It's more of a heavy. Whereas the Defender Mark 1 is a tank that I would, you know what, I'm going to go and play this. It's an enjoyable tank. Now, next up, we have the Amx Defender. This was literally the only tank in the game that I did not have. And of course, I was actually excited to see it come in, because now, having bought this tank, I do now own pretty much every single tank in the game. So I had to buy it. The price was a bit overpriced, 12.5k gold. I could have waited, because next time it does come for sale, it will probably be there for around 10k gold. But considering they don't sell these, this is the first time, other than the crates, this is the first time that they've outright sold this tank. So I had to get it. But it's not the greatest. It really isn't the greatest. Is it worth buying? Probably not. You might as well go and buy the French AMX in tier 8 anyway. It's basically the same tank, but again, just like the others, it does look good, and I do think they all look good, really. Will there be more defenders? No doubt there probably will be more defenders. And that then brings me on to which defender, what tank would you like to see as a defender tank? Now, before this was announced, the Amx Defender, there was a lot of people calling on the RU251 Defender, and honestly I think that would actually be really good. I would love to see sort of an RU251 Defender. And then there was leaks of an ISU152 Defender. Whether that will be done or not, I'm not sure. I don't think it will be sort of if they did do that, I don't think it would be a 3-shot autoloader, maybe a 2-shot. To bring it as kind of like a Foch 155, maybe sort of less alpha or a longer intro clip, I don't know, but definitely both of them tanks I would love to see as part of the Defender family come. ISU152 and the RU251. I would actually love to see them come into the game eventually. Now, as we've seen, they're not that often. There's been 4 defenders in total. This one was the most recent, which was last year. So maybe this year we will see, or maybe no, it's this year that this come. So maybe next year we will see another defender in the game. And what are we calling? I'm going for the RU251. I reckon that will probably be the tank or the new defender to come. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know which defender you think will be next, or which defender that you would actually want. What tank would you want as a defender? So yeah, would I recommend any of these? Definitely I would recommend the Mark 1. Out of all of them, I would recommend the Mark 1. I probably wouldn't, if you've got the money, yeah, then yeah, it's good having all the tanks as a part of a sort of a collection, because there will be more to come. But if you've only got enough for one, I definitely recommend the Mark 1. So again, as I've said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to become a patron, if you want to support the channel, the links are in the description for to sponsor me and to help me out and help the channel grow. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Again, I've said it in my community post, I will be doing less replay videos because my baby is due today. Whether it'll come today, I don't know, but I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm Meadsy. I'll catch you soon. Bye bye. With